All right. And so plug in my controller, we're good to go. And turn on my game audio. All right. Yeah, sorry about the delay on this. I was going to start earlier, but I had to run a couple of web tests before I actually started playing to make sure that my internet wasn't going to shit the bed within the first little bit of playing. So, yeah, started a little later than I wanted to, but is what it is. Okay. So, anyways, yeah, I'm kind of on a weird time limit thing now because I really want to have Artanelico beaten by the time Rune Factory 5 comes out. So, hmm. Oh, hold on. Alright, I just need to check something on a server I have real quick. Anyways, yeah, so where I left off with... Oh, is that a get? Yeah, it's a get. With the, with Artanelico was just clearing the third phase now, which is pretty much get all of the... Wait a second. Hold on. Hmm. Um... I would share what I'm doing on my screen here, but it's unfortunately for a thing that I'm launching sometime later this year. So kind of got to keep some of it under wraps at least. I can't remember how Phase 3 goes for Artanelico. It's been a while since I played through the third phase. A long while. Hey Chew, what's up, man? What's going on here? Yes. Retrieve and it still returns an error. That's not right. Nothing in the generic catch either. Okay, there. Not my problem anymore. Yeah, once I get this project a little closer to completion, I'll definitely be sharing it with everyone, because I know there's, at least from the groups that I used to be in, like the circles I used to be in with like anime and manga and stuff, I know a lot of them will find use from the tool. But I'll definitely be showing it off, because I'm really happy with the way that it's come along so far. Lots and lots of good work's been done with it. So, just need that last little leg to get the bare bones working. Alright, so we start off with hexagonal plate. Yeah, Phase 3 for Artanelico is really interesting, because the majority of what we're doing in Phase 3 is effectively just kind of pathing back around the world to learn more about Mir before we fight her to the death. Which is neat, because it gives you a lot of, like, extra information about, like, the world and stuff. But I wish they had given you the option to just fight her I know that you can get some info in Fighter, so I don't care about getting the perfect ending, I guess. Not for this run, anyways. Because I have this week, yeah, I pretty much have, like, just under a month to finish Arte Nelico before we get Rune Factory 5 in the West, which puts, that's a real time limit, because Phase 3 is a large chunk of the game, and I only have a few days to play it between now and Rune Factory 5. So, oh yeah, no, these guys are fucking magic immune like the red ones. Fuck that. So, I'm not going to go for the perfect ending just because I don't think there will be enough time for me to get the perfect ending and still be able to play Rune Factory 5 on launch. Yeah. Like, I have big plans to stream it, but at the same time, it's going to be kind of a play by ear. I don't know if I will actually be able to stream it or not. I'll cross that bridge when I get there. And the reason I say I don't know is, I don't want to fight them. The only reason I say I might not be able to is because my setup before, where I was able to capture all of my console games and stuff, I don't have anymore. Because I've mentioned this before in previous streams, but all of my consoles that I used to have right by my computer are now plugged into that television behind me. And I don't have the feed running to my computer anymore. So if I wanted to play Rune Factory 5 on the Switch, I'd have to completely rewire the Switch back to my computer here, which isn't impossible to do. Like, technically the only things I actually need are another splitter, because I just need a splitter for my capture card, so I can put more than one feed into it, so I can get my main monitor and whatever console I feel like playing. The big problem is going to be making it convenient to hot swap around consoles. That's always been the difficult part, because some of them are unwieldy, right? Like the PlayStation 4. Moving that around is not fun. That is one of the least favorite things I have in this place to move, right? But if I wanted to play Gundam Battle Operation and stream that, I'd have to go and figure out a way to easily unplug it, move it over here, wire it up and everything. What I'll probably end up doing is getting like a short extension cable or something and just putting it on the top of my desk so I don't have to work around the back to plug it all in. Because right now, although I have lots of room on my desk for all of my game stuff, the actual like computer and my uninterrupted power supply, my UPS, are all like under the desk in the corner effectively. So whenever I need to plug in something new, it's fighting with the rat's nest of cables I have back there now. I should get around to like fixing that, but I would need a new desk. And I really don't want to buy a new desk because this one's really, I like this desk a lot. But yeah. What I'll like, it's a whole lot of like, what's the word? It's like a whole lot of situational stuff. Like, I want to get a new desk, but this desk works just fine, so I don't really need it. Or, I don't need a new desk, I should say, because this one works fine. Same time, there's no point getting a new desk. Ugh, always a spammer or two. Yeah, we'll just remove that real quick. I guess we'll also refresh the chat while I'm at it. There. Anyways, my desk is fine, so throwing it out kind of feels like a waste. On top of that, my computer right now is really, really friggin' heavy because of its case. So there's not a lot of point in me clearing space to put my computer up on my desk because I'm afraid my desk might, get damaged or break from putting a computer on it. There's no point getting a new computer case or shrinking the size of my computer and getting rid of a ton of the extra weight that my case is giving it until my power supply dies, because everything on my computer is practically brand new with the exception of my power supply, which is like 6 years old now, something around there. So I'm waiting for that to die. When my power supply dies, then I'm going to be getting a new case, getting the whole thing rewired, and all that. And that's when I'll look to kind of shrink the computer down to a more manageable size. And then once I get that done, and I know kind of how heavy the new computer is, that's when I may look at getting a new desk or changing how I set everything up, so that perhaps my computer is on top of my my desk instead of, you know, sitting down on the ground in the corner or something. But it's kind of a, yeah, also all predicated on certain things that I don't know yet. All right, so first step is back to Firefly to Tenba to talk to the president. Getting new FGO arcade cabinet when? Man, like, do they actually sell FGO arcade cabinets? Because I may buy one. Not to play it, but just for the sake of posterity. Oh, man. I'm looking forward to Fate's anniversary this year. I really, really want to see what they decide to crack out for the main game. Alright, need to talk to El Presidente. Alright, got our permission. Stole one for the boys. Hey, you know, if you happen to, your sticky fingers happen to find another cabinet, let me know. I actually do have like a perfect spot for an arcade cabinet too, so that would work. Literally just to say I have one. Okay. Back to exploring. Oops, too far. No. Okay. Sorry, while I'm playing this, I'm also playing the new Ghost in the Shell event in Final Gear and letting Auto carry me to victory. So every now and again, I just have to prompt it to run something. Gonna Shinji's proxy. Oh, nice. I just unlocked hard mode for the Ghost in the Shell collab. Alright, do I have the attack? Yeah, I do. Cool. Alright, goodbye, door. Alright, I've already looted this place. Peace! Okay. Nice. Alright, let's progress. How many times am I gonna have to break down auto-regenerating doors? Yeah, I'll tell you right now, any game that includes, like, autoplay or, like, sweep stuff, I love. Within reason. Like, if it's a game like, for example, Grand Blue Fantasy, where you are playing stages over and over and over and over again, yeah, give me an auto. If it's something like Punishing Gray Raven, where it's like really quick, different kind of like challenge kind of stuff, you know, like the daily Pain Cage and Warzone, yeah, I don't mind playing that manually. It's mostly the grind stuff that I like to have automated. But whenever I see a game automating the pain in the ass stuff, that's when I get real happy. Raid Shadow Legends. Also known as the game that's an idle game. Actually thinking, why is there no idle, IDOL game that's also an idle game, IDLE? Every idle game is like some kind of music rhythm game, but I've yet to see an idle game. It's just weird now that I think about it. Alrighty. I was saying, because, like, for example, if they decide to port over, like, Pretty Derby to the West, I would be shocked if they didn't have some kind of, like, automated setup for that for the Western audience. The whole suit floats. What about Temba, right? Yeah. Hey Zolrus, what's up, man? Not much, you know, just playing Arch and Elika. Looking to have this done within the next couple of weeks so that I can move on to Rune Factory when that releases. On a tight deadline. What game is this? I did mention Arch and Elika. I'm phase 3 on it, the last phase of the main storyline. I don't know if I want to go for a perfect end or not. It's gonna take so much time. Right. I'm going to Firefly. Ooh. I thought it would go to the exit option, the world map, not just skip right to Tenba headquarters. The big Lemowski. Yeah, I've been doing the regular, like, weekday streams and a couple of weekend streams for a while now. Only like a month and a half or so-ish. Yeah. Hopefully with the ISP apparently fixing my internet, I can actually, you know, not get kicked off while streaming. Because that was a pain in the arse last week, where I lost connection so many times. Not an easy job unless you luck out. Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? It's like, half of me wants to get really lucky so I can just stream as, like, my job. Because that sounds fun, you know? Playing games, just, like, interacting and just chilling out. But at the same time, I don't really mind either way. Like, a lot of the games I play, like, for example, Arch and Elika, I've been meaning to replay this game for years, and I just never really found a good time to replay it, right? So I'm using this stream just kind of catch up on all the old nostalgia games or stuff I never got to play. Like, one of the first things I kind of streamed was, what, Tales of Xillia? One of the very few Tales games that I really wanted to play that I never got the chance to. And then I did a playthrough of, like, Wind Waker, and now I'm doing Ars Nelico. After this, I was originally planning on Golden Sun, and then I recalled that, oh yeah, Rune Factory's coming out, so... Making money by streaming is winning the lottery. Yeah, it is. And that's why I look at it as like a secondary goal. Primary goal is to just stream, have fun, just kind of hang out with the few people that I know by name, you know, just kind of mellow. My secondary is, you know, earn money through it. If anything, I'm just looking to get enough money through streaming to effectively fund my gacha habits. You know, the occasional, you know, pack an FGO here or whatever. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Ah, right, my airship. Okay. Up and up and up and up and up. If your income is fine with those streaming, it's all good, but some people risk it all. Yeah, no. No. I'm currently in the middle of, like, job hunting stuff right now. Kind of looking to step up from where I was before. But yeah, risking it all on streaming is super volatile. And I ain't about that life. I have seen some people manage to make a living, like, pay bills and stuff. Like, for example, Tectone, right? I knew him back when he had, I think it was like 15k subs or less, around there. And, right, around then he's like, oh yeah, I'm quitting my job, all inning into streaming kind of deal. And now look at him, right? He's got, what, he's at like 100k, 200k or something subs, right? He knows how to play people, right? He makes really provocative thumbnails, video titles. He's got really... like good graphics for like his memberships and stuff. He knows how to play the system and make money off of it, and it's like, you know, good on you. I don't do like 99% of that stuff, so. Tectones with OTK, I don't fucking know. Me and him kind of dropped contact around the time when like Alune released, if you remember that game. That was a couple years back or something. I saw his Lost Ark stream, but yeah. So Lost Ark, I was contemplating streaming that because it was a big hype game and it would bring some eyes to my channel. But at the same time, it's just not my type of game. I had a lot of experience with ARPGs with like Diablo, and it's fun. It's just not my type of game, you know? And I know that it's supposed to be an MMO, but I have some gripes about Lost Ark, you know, outside of all the stuff that's been popularized recently, you know. I don't care that it's pay to win. It's a Korean MMO. It's gonna be a grindfest pay to win. Anyone that thought otherwise, welcome to the rodeo. Yeah. So it pretty much just boils down to, like, there's a lot of really, like, big popular games. Like Elden Ring. Why am I not playing Elden Ring like everyone else to get the extra views? Because it looks like a Dark Souls meets Sekiro kind of thing, and that's just not my jam of game, right? If I'm going to play a game on stream, it's going to be a game I actually want to play and am going to enjoy playing. Because I'm not doing it as a job, I'm doing this as a hobby, right? So yeah, I could just sell my soul and just play all the super popular games, but man, I would not be having fun after a while. Imagine after saying this getting sponsored shall NFT. Hey, if a sponsor came out of the woodwork and like, hey man, we'll pay you, just, you know, hype up our product, as long as it's not Raid Shadow Legends, I'm in. I got a bottom line. NFTs, A-okay. Raid Shadow Legends, nuh-uh. What about WoW? Is that your cup of tea? So, funny story with WoW. So all through my late grade school, early high school years, almost everyone I knew that played video games played World of Warcraft. Like, almost everybody I knew played World of Warcraft. And they had a lot of fun with it. And this one friend of mine in particular, it's a really, really good friend of mine, him and a couple of the buds were like, hey, you know what? We really want to play WoW with you. You know, you don't want to pay sub fees, so what we'll do is we'll buy you the game, pay your sub for a month, try it, and if you like it, awesome stuff. This was like right after the Burning Crusade. So I downloaded it, installed it, all that stuff, you know, started playing. I don't know, it didn't click. I have no idea why. It's just, I liked MMOs, right? At that point, I'd already played a ton of different MMOs. I don't know why, it's just WoW did not stick with me at that time. But other MMOs were just fine, right? And going forward, right, even, you know, a decade later, I had played a ton of MMOs. It's just WoW was the only one that never really clicked with me. And I have a really big feeling that it was mostly just like subscription fee stuff. Because I've always been really hesitant about jumping into subscription fee games. One of my biggest things with sub fees, so right now the only game I play that has a subscription to it is Final Fantasy 14. It's the only game I play that has a subscription on it. And the only reason I'm okay with paying that subscription on it is because I can just kind of hop on and play it, and or just not play it at all, right? Like, I've played maybe 3 hours over the last few days, and I've lost effectively no progress. But for a game like World of Warcraft, if I had paid my sub fee and skipped a week of gameplay, I am so far behind other people, because all of a sudden, right, all of the daily quests that you log in to do, you're kind of screwed for. I had this experience with Forsaken World. I played that a lot, and that did have its daily and weekly quests and stuff that you had to do. Same with Terra, right? And those were free to play, so it was okay with me, because if I didn't play, it wasn't like I was wasting money and putting myself behind, right? With World of Warcraft, there was so much to do to keep up and continue playing, and just, you know, I think it was also the people that were trying to get me to play. They were like super end game raiders and stuff. So for me to be able to play the game with them, I would have had to invest a lot of time into it to keep up. So I think it was just kind of the way that everything kind of played out really didn't make me want to keep playing WoW. I don't mind tab target. I don't mind channeling or stuff. I don't know. It just didn't really click. And, you know, fast forward to now, right? I still don't really have any interest. Even if WoW completely redeemed itself, fixed all of its problems, and became the #1 MMO again, I still wouldn't care. I just wouldn't want to play it. Right? I don't know. It's just something with it. Oh yeah, Terra died back when they did their like colossal server merge, because at that they didn't prune any bots. They don't have any bot detection software running on their servers, and then they merged all of the servers together. So you literally just got a giant influx of bots in the world chat. That pretty much killed it, because you couldn't do anything. The bots in Lost Ark and bots in any MMO are nuts, though. Let's be real. Are you fast-paced or slower when it comes to MMO? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, though, right? Like, do you mean, do I prefer playing a fast-paced MMO, a slow MMO? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. If it helps, my favorite MMOs up until this point, Terra Online, I played so much Terra, it's not even funny. Ragnarok Online, played the shit out of that, let me tell you what. And there's another one. I'm gonna say Forsaken World. I'm pretty sure that was my third like most played MMO, and those three pretty much made up like the years I played MMOs. Ragnarok into Forsaken World into Terra, and then when Terra died, it was just kind of hopping between MMOs, right? Like we had Arcade, Black Desert, right? All these games kind of laddering up until today. The only one I'll stick with is Ragnarok. I really... Okay, so I had a really interesting discussion with my brother. So my brother is one of those guys that plays like Korean MMOs when they launch in Korea, kind of like he is super into MMOs and stuff, and he's like finger on the pulse kind of thing with every new MMO that comes out. And me and him were talking about Ragnarok, and I was like, if a game like Ragnarok came out today, right, like the same. So remember when you were younger, turning on Ragnarok for the first time, and you're spawn in your town of choice, and it's just good luck. Right, you got your basic combat tutorial, your basic UI tutorial, and then the game just grabbed you by the cuff and yeet, good luck, right? You had to figure out where your job trainer was. You had to fight your way to your job trainer. Like, I remember I wanted to become a thief. I had to fight my way through the desert, get to the pyramid, go down a few floors, find the fucking trainer, get the quest from him, clear the quest in the pyramid, fight my way back to him, get my job up, and then return to town, right? It was a long process of learning and figuring it out, right? Today, you play an MMO, you either spawn with your class already pre-selected, or you spawn, talk to an NPC right away, and get your class. You don't have to work for it, you just kind of get the class, which is fine. You know, it's the way that things are now. But, like, that sense of, like, exploration and wonderment, I don't think it's something that you'll ever really see with, like, a modern MMO, because, for one, the internet, right? Before the game even comes out, you have people leaking beta footage, alpha footage. Oh yeah, here's the meta place to grind. Oh, here's the best class, the best equipment, the best mining locations. And before the game even comes out, you know, people are already sitting there fucking sweating hard, creating their, you know, I can beat the game in one day. It's like, yeah, that's great, but like, how about you just don't have fun? You know, just explore, take your time. Right? I just don't think it's something that you can even do. As much as I want it to be something that, you know, we could do, I just don't see it. Right? Like, I want that. Ragnarok had, and I will unabashedly defend it, Ragnarok had the best class system, like, hand down. Like that, the process of you level your novice, you level your base job, you get your job advancement, and then you rebirth, and then you work your way all the way back up through the ranks, and then you get the advanced version of your class, and then they had the renewal, where you can then get it even a step further than that to make it even stronger. Like that is, I love that system. It's so simple, it makes sense to do, but it's the only MMO I know that's ever actually done that. Right? I don't count Final Fantasy where you change your job to another one, level that up, because it's not building on your previous class, right? I love that the rebirth system, going back from level 1 and working your way all the way back up to being strong as fuck, that was just so cool. And even today, right, it's unique, and I like that. BNS was killed by heavy pay to win. What Korean game was not killed by pay to win, though? Like, there's still some games that survive to this day, and they deserve it. You know, they're relatively well made, if not really well made. But the general, like, large player base disappears really, really quickly, because it's just like, the West doesn't do pay to win. Like, we just don't. We're not as okay with it as the Eastern countries are. BDO is not pay to win, kinda. Look, it's pay to win or it's not. It's a 1 or a 0. It's not a, oh well, depending on, you know, it's pay to win. No, it's a 1 or a 0, right? It's all it is. See, like, the games that allow you to directly purchase currency, like Lost Ark, right, where you can directly buy like silver and stuff, that's shenanigans. That is straight up shenanigans, right? The games where you have to do a middleman, like you buy shop items and then sell them to players, like what Terra Online did. That was one of my friends' like easiest ways to turn his real money into game money, is for example, me and him are running Wonderhome, and I'm like, oh, hey, this new weapon skin came out. It looks really cool. Do you want to buy it for me? He's like, oh, yeah, sure, man. 30 gold. I'll trade it to you. And he buys it for like fucking 10 bucks or whatever, trades it to me, makes 30 odd gold, calls it a day, right? To me, that's still pay to win, because you can use your money to gain a direct line to game currency, and it's really hard to do anything about that, because if you get a lot of player goodwill if you allow cash shop items to be traded and sold on the market, because that gives free to play players a chance to get all these premium things, right? Quality of life, that's pay to win. The quality of life is literally pay to win, dude. What? Hello? Right? If I can get even with a 1% move speed buff over somebody else by paying real money, that's pay to win. That's it. You have obtained a permanent advantage. Right? Like BDO, I really liked the housing system in that game. I liked being able to... Okay, so when I played BDO, the first thing that got me was how immersive it felt to walk through the cities. All of those NPC AIs walking around, talking, doing stuff, interacting felt really organic. As long as you didn't look too closely, it felt really organic. And then you could get a house wherever you wanted on a plot, because it was instanced instead of one house equals, it's not a 1-to-1. So if you find a house in a really nice spot in the downtown district, you just buy it and live there. And when you walk out of your house, the city is filled with NPCs walking around doing it. It feels like you've stepped into an actual world, as long as you don't look too closely. And I like that a lot. That is something I notice is lacking in so many MMOs that release. It doesn't feel like where you are is an actual city, right? Even Lost Ark. Sure, it looks beautiful. It's got great audio design. The shaders and everything is just beautiful. But all you have to do is look a little bit and you realize that it's not a feasible town. There's not enough people there to make it a feasible town to begin with. It feels like a really old MMO town. One of the things I always say about Lost Ark, it feels like a game that should have come out around like 2011, 2010, around there. It would have been perfect, right? A lot like Vindictus, where you had the really cutting edge graphics, the cool combat systems and everything. It's the same kind of idea. I like it when an MMO feels like the NPCs actually live in there, because it adds a level of immersion. I can go and play any fucking MMO on the market. I get any MMO, and they'll all feel pretty much the same when I enter a city. BDO is the only one I can recall where I entered a town and actually was like, wow, this actually feels lived in. Not that it actually matters at the end of the day, it's just unique. I don't know why it's unique either. It's not like it's a groundbreaking concept. Alright, back to this. So we now have plane and we can go up above the blast line. Oh hey, I just unlocked something interesting. Okay, so I need more battle permits apparently to challenge that boss. Oh, okay, so that's how the event works. I haven't even paid attention as to how this event actually handles. Wait a second, hold on. Okay, so I did actually get everything from the normal story, cool. And then hard mode. Cool. Alright, I'll turn my phone off for now, and I'll get back to that after I'm done my stream. Dragon's Nest! I finally have my source of fucking dragon hearts. Alright, where's our midget? Emphema. PDO head boob slider. Alright, what do you got for me? Air metal. Definitely use air metals. Alright, so sending you out to Dragon's Nest. Oh wait, can I not send you there? Oh, damn it. Okay. We'll send you to A7. Yeah, I'll give you relaxation, sure. I'm sending you to a super difficult location. Happy Lost Ark wasn't banned. Yeah, I understand licensing and everything, but can they stop, like, region locking games, please? Like, I don't suffer that much as a Canadian. Like, there's very few games I don't have access to, but could they not? It's kind of bullocks, kind of bullshit, honestly. Gambling laws. Yeah. Honestly, I think the rest of the world should adopt those gambling laws. Or at least force any game that has the gacha mechanic stuff to be put... Hey, free Dragonheart, sure. Any game that has gacha mechanics to immediately be pushed up to 18 plus just because it has gambling. Alright, so I need to make fertilizer for this place. Back we go. Yes, I don't think hard banning them is the right idea. I think what they should have done was effectively say, if you have loot boxes, it has to be of legal gambling age in the country you release it. Like in North America, right? It's going to be 18 in Canada, 21 in America, if I remember correctly, right? And then if you're in other parts of the world, adapt it so, you know, you can play this game if you're of legal age to gamble. Because all gacha is just gambling, right? So I don't understand why you would allow gambling in casinos and stuff, but then on mobile games, no, you can't do this. Just raise the age limit on it. And you can always say, well, you know, age limit doesn't stop anybody. It's, well, you know what that doesn't sound like? That doesn't sound like a problem they have to worry about. That sounds like a parent problem where they're not actually keeping on what their kids are doing. So, shouldn't just outright ban the stuff, but, you know, regulate it like you would normal gambling. Servers are in Amsterdam, people can't play there. Ooh. Alright, so what goes into fertilizer again? Okay. Well, let's make a bunch of fertilizer. Alright, so if I remember correctly, yes, I need the ASL circuits. Okay, let's make something half decent here. I'm gonna have to use a 3. I don't think I got spare 4s on hand. So that's not the right crown. So I need a Star Tiara and a Graph Node Disc. I don't think I have the crafting recipe for a Graph Node Disc, do I? No. Well, let's see if I can get my hands on some ASL circuits. Hey, John. Morning, bud. Yes, back to Dragon's Nest. There. Why do you have your controller shown on your stream and where you click? Why not? It's actually like super easy to hook up, so I don't see why not. There's some periods where I play more action-oriented games, and having the controller inputs are nice. It just gives some visual feedback as to what I'm actually doing besides what's just happening on the screen. Plus, it lets you see when I'm frantically smashing the A button to try to skip something. Alright. Hey, a whole bunch of recipes I don't have and can't afford. Nice. Huh. You don't play Tekken. So, I'm actually not a big fan of fighting games. I'm definitely more into like turn-based stuff. I do have my odd exceptions, you know, like Punishing Gray Raven. I love the fucking shit out of that. Look, it's Dragon Man. Anyways, I'm definitely more of a turn-based guy. Very few exceptions. Tales games, Punishing Gray Raven. Let's see. Scarlet Nexus. I enjoyed that a lot. That was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Tales has a fighting game. You're gonna have to refresh my memory on that one. I don't recall a Tales fighting game. Oh, lordy. Those are expensive. Definitely grind. Do I have the patience is the question. Tales versus, I think it was for PSP. Ah, okay, PSP. That's why. I played a lot of stuff on the PSP, but it was a long fucking time ago. All right. Time to progress up the Dragon's Nest. Was no cake ping for MMOs the best. So I'm definitely not a PvPer in MMOs. The last time I really cared about that was in Forsaken World. And frankly, if you're looking for like good competitive PvP, it really depends on the MMO, because every MMO has some slightly different interpretation of how they handle their netcode effectively. So each game is just slightly different in what's acceptable and what's unacceptable. There's really, to my knowledge, there's really no one-size-fits-all solution for those games. But typically, a safe number would be probably anything below probably 20. And that's like a catch-all safe number. Less than 20 MS is really safe for an MMO. In terms of actual practicality, probably more like sub 40. Did you play Guild Wars 2? Nope, that was one of the MMOs I did not play. I also need to change my formation around. I forgot that because we lost Krush for that cutscene, she got swapped out. Alright, so all done here. Let's progress backwards. Advance in the opposite direction. He's sending me messages. Ah, Katsu. That explains a lot. Yeah, so, okay, funny story about ping. So, back when I was, oh, fuck, I don't know, this is sometime high school-ish, early? Fuck, I don't know. It was long enough ago. I played a lot of Battlefield. A lot of, almost like I had my own shit bucket tier Battlefield. Not that I actually had one, but you could arguably say that I had one. I played so much of that game. Battlefield 2, all of its DLC, Battlefield 2142, its expansion pack, fucking great times. My computer effectively had a hard cutoff. If my ping was below 40, smooth sailing, no issues, the game was beautiful. But the second I went above that, even by 1, rubber banding, lags, disconnects, shitstorm. Only Battlefield, and I've never after that. It was so weird. I never took you for a shoot. I used to play so many shooters. It was, Gears of War, Killzone, Battlefield, Perfect Dark, 007, right? All these FPS I love. Even now, right? Like, I wanted Battlefield 2042 to work. I wanted that game so desperately to be good. You don't even understand. I have been playing that franchise for years. I have bought all the DLC for effectively all the Battlefield games up to Battlefield 1. That is the first time I really stopped caring about Battlefield. And only because I'm more a fan of modern and postmodern, not so much, retro. When it comes to shooters anyways. So when they went back in time, I kind of lost interest. I still played it, but I wasn't really on board. I was like, my friends are playing it, I'll play it too. I love Battlefield. 2042 being the absolute dumpster fire that it was broke my heart. And unfortunately, Battlefield has become a series I just don't trust anymore. And it's happened to a lot of series I loved when I was a kid, where, like, for example, Pokemon. I love those games. I would pre-order them the second they became available, whether in-store or digital. I would immediately order a copy because I had yet to be burned. Every game was really, really, really good. X and Y came out. Had a lot of fun with that. Sun and Moon came out. Had a lot of fun with that. Kind of held back on Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon because I was like, doesn't... I've already played Sun and Moon. It looks fun, don't get me wrong. I don't know if it's worth it. Games come out, see some reviews. Okay, sure, I'll pick it up and I'll try it. Sword and Shield gets announced. I'm super excited. And then I saw what the game actually looked like, and I was like, I'll wait a little bit. And I'm glad I waited. that was not Pokemon. That was a Abomination wearing its skin. And after I saw that, it was effectively, I'm just not going to pre-order Pokemon. I'm going to just not. And then Legends came out. Don't get me wrong. Legends looks like a good game. Right? It has the hallmarks you'd expect from a Pokemon game, but it innovated with its whole overworld traversing, its new battle system, and I appreciate that. Much like with GBM, I appreciate when a game goes out of its comfort zone and tries something new, tries something unique, and sees how it works. I'm always on board with that. But I like my traditional Pokemon experience, so it just wasn't for me, right? That's just the way it is. I've realized with Breath of the Wild and other sandbox games that have come out since Breath of the Wild released in an attempt to copy it's Breath of the Wild. I've realized I need a more curated experience with my games, because the open world sandbox is fun and enjoyable for the first bit, but developers have no fucking idea how to make the world feel like there's actually shit to do, right? Like Skyrim. People give Skyrim shit all the time because of how old it is. It keeps being re-released and everything, but you know what? It had a massive open free roam world that had shit to do. You path from one point to another, you're running into bandits, you're running into troll camps, you're running into caves, bears, dryad, you fucking name it, you're getting attacked by it or running into it. Events, all this stuff, right? You play Breath of the Wild and run from point A to point B. There's a moblin. Hey, that's a tree. That's pretty much it. That's my issue with it. Right? I looked at Arceus Legends, and it was the same thing to me. I just kind of saw it, and it was like, it's going to be a whole lot of nothing between point A and point B besides some Pokemon. Nothing to explore. Nothing to really see. So, let me grab the image here really quick. Because there is an image that comes to mind whenever I think about an open world game, and I think it's something that a lot of games need to kind of harken back to here. Let me see if I can find the image here. Yes, perfect. That is a tiny, tiny image. Should be able to find a high-res photo of it, or at least a decently resed photo of it somewhere online. I refuse to believe it's... Yeah, okay, that's good enough. Let me just grab this image really quick and bring it up on screen here. Oh, perfect. I still have that random layer sitting there. Downloads. Cool. Oh, good. It does actually natively display those. Perfect. So, this image, to me, is what developers should look at when they're developing an open world game. So, oh, hey, Alan, what's up, man? When I play an open world game, and I'm exploring, and I'm looking around the world, and I want to see what things there are, I want to find stuff, right? I want to find things in the hills, in the valleys, under the water, you know, things that are hidden that you kind of got to go over there to look at to find. This Tower Hera image, I think, really captures something like that, where nestled away in a mountaintop as you're pathing around, walking up its winding ways, in the distance, you see a large structure. There's no name tag, no cinematic cut-in telling you what the name of the location is. There's no, waypoint marker telling you how to get there or where it is. It's just there for you to find. And only upon entering it and exploring it do you perhaps find the name of it. Do you perhaps, find treasures, the boss, or anything, right? Of course, a lot of that does have to do with the technical limitations of the games in this era, right? Because when you were playing, A Link to the Past, the only time you ever heard the name of the dungeon was when an NPC was directing you to it. You should check out the Tower of Hera. It was the only time you'd ever hear the name, right? There was no, you walk in, Tower of Hera text on it, right? Or as you're walking up to it, or nothing. No cutscenes or anything. Restriction of the era. But I feel we should bring some of that back to our more modern game design. Bring back that sense of mystery and exploration and make it feel more like a mystery. And I think that's kind of what these older games have over the newer games of today, where a lot like I was talking about with like Ragnarok, where we have almost all of the stuff spoiled for us, where we know the names of everything, the locations of everything. Most stuff's a linear path from point A to point B. It's really easy to figure it out, right? And I don't know if it's because they don't trust us to be able to find our way from point A to point B, or they just want to give us a linear path so it doesn't feel like a slog. But when I play an open world game, this is kind of what I'm hoping for. If I saw Breath of the Wild had more like actual fleshed out dungeons in the overworld where that you found by exploring, that would have been cool. Like Shadows of the Colossus. Half of the fun in that game was just exploring the overworld, finding your way to the next Colossus, finding its lair, getting through whatever puzzles were required to reach it, and then actually fighting it. And then some of them, there were no puzzles. It was just literally find the path that leads down this winding way into a big open old seabed, and there's your giant monster to fight, right? But there was stuff to find and explore and look at, and half of it was literally just traversing the world and seeing what it had to offer. Granted, unlike Breath of the Wild, right, where there was like little monsters and stuff to fight along the way, there wasn't anything like that in Shadow of Colossus. But it was okay. Because the overworld, even though there weren't, you know, tons of hidden caves and dungeons and stuff, it was an exploration to get from point A to point B. It wasn't just a flat friggin' path with some mountains in the way. No, there was actually winding paths. You had to go through forest, over streams. You had to actually do stuff to get from point A to point B. It wasn't as simple, right? And that's kind of my biggest, like, real beef, right? I look at the older games and they were so much more daring with how they approach stuff, and they really let the player have more control over what they were doing. And it wasn't so much hand-holding versus today where there's too much of it, and it just ruins a lot of it, I think. I don't know what the names of the game was. Oh, you're talking Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages. Those were also really friggin' good. That I had Seasons. Exploring the overworld with that mechanic was so good. So good. Alright, back to our Tonelco. I don't know. I don't want to say like I only care about like older nostalgia games and stuff, but playing current games and then looking back at like the older generation, I just feel like even though graphics have improved, undoubtedly, like I look at almost any modern game that comes out today, even like an indie game, and I look at what we had, you know, back in this era, it's not even a question which one looks better and typically has the better UI UX. But when it comes to the underlying design of the games and the way that it relays information to the player and the way that it feels to just exist in the world, it's just two completely different things, and it just feels like we backtracked, honestly. I don't know if I'd say they have no soul, because that's like a really, it's kind of hard to quantify what is soul in a game and what's not. There are some games released today that have a lot of soul, as it were, but they're just not that great because they're forced down by whatever limitations they have, right? For example, you know, Cyberpunk 2077, that game has a ton of soul in it, and it fucking flopped, right? It got rushed out the door. But if you look at the world, if you look at the bigger picture as to what they were trying to make, it's really fucking cool. They just kind of flubbed it, right? Just because a game has a lot of soul doesn't inherently mean it's going to be a good game. Right? Again, that's also a big difference between games of yesteryear and games of today. Back then, you didn't have your C-suit execs putting guns down your throat going, hey, we need this game released yesterday. Sing a song. We need a heal. Because we took some big deeps. Oh yeah, that's right. Liner has no defense. I was like, why is he taking so much damage? Cyberpunk. See, I know that a lot of people had bugs with Cyberpunk. In my playthrough, I had effectively no bugs. Like, legitimately, I had no issue playing through all of Cyberpunk. I think I had one bug where an NPC got stuck in a walking animation in the same spot, and that was it. Other than that, it was like a flawless time. So, my experience with Cyberpunk was nothing but positive there. My brother, on the other hand, was practically a mirror build of what I used to play the game. Yeah, he had a rough time. Imagine all the great games didn't save some of the rich companies. I think a lot of the ideas they had would have been picked up by other companies and seen through. Whether they would have been of better, worse, or same quality, I think is up for debate. But a lot of the ideas would have been carried over to other companies, I think. Alright, so let's go up a floor in the tower, because I want to see if I can get any of those ASL chips. Oh boy, do I need ASL chips. I love the sprite work. So good. Yeah, let's save up here. I can't remember what's up here, and the last thing I want to do is get my face steamrolled by something. That'd be awkward. My favorite game's Kingdom Hearts. I never really got into Kingdom Hearts, and I'm not sure why. It kind of seems like something I may have been interested in. Honestly, I think it was because of the Disney stuff, but I'm not sure, because it was so long ago that I got exposed to the first Kingdom Hearts, started it, and then never played it again, that honestly, I can't remember the original reason why I stopped playing it, but there was a reason. Hot if I remember what it was. Hey, Mana. Want to talk about Banco's printing new suits on Fridays now? Let me see. Oh, did we get news for a new suit? Oh, Fiora's down. Lamau? Give me a second here. I just need to reboot one of my Discord bots. I guess with our internet outage earlier, it killed the connection. System CPL, restart. Fiora. Actually, I should probably just stop it and then start it instead of restarting. Restarting doesn't like working all the time. Okay, stop. Start. That should be fine. Any other of my bots? No, of course, it was only Fiora that was broken. Because why would it be anything else? To answer your question, I may actually have to start, like, double dutying my streams. Did my bot reboot? No. Okay, I gotta figure out why. I have a feeling it's just having issues starting because of all the shit we're running on this Pi now. Do you know why Discord has so many outages in the last months? Do I look like a Discord employee to you? Yeah. Yeah, it looks like I am actually gonna have to start setting my Friday streams to content stuff for GBM. That's... Ugh. Actually, hold on. Is that dropping today or tomorrow? PS5 is a mess with the chip short. Yeah, so... Oh, it's dropping today. I don't want to change my Thursday streams to a Gundam one again, but I'm probably going to have to. Damn it, Bamco. Yeah, no, you're right, Mana. You're right. I just saw the image you posted, and it didn't have my bot's timestamp on it, so I wasn't exactly sure when it was dropping. I really don't want to have to double duty streams. Half a mind to just say suffer without the information until the next week's stream. Actually, wait. Good news, everyone! Starting next week, I'll be able to do those double duty streams. So the reason I'm calling them double duty streams is, so my local time, Eastern Standard Time, every Tuesday night, I do a content stream for Gundam Breaker Mobile. I pretty much talk about the new content and stuff. For the last 2 years and change, it's been really consistent in that they release stuff on the Tuesday night / Wednesday morning for Japan, and that's it. As of the last little bit, the last few months, they've started releasing new content as well on Thursday night / Friday morning JST. So when I say double duty streams, I mean double duty on GBM. Up until this point, I've been able to get away with just doing a single stream for the game a week, talking about the new content, leaving me free to do other stuff. But now, with them changing it around so that they're always releasing content effectively on the Fridays, or Thursday nights, Fridays, yeah, it kind of throws a wrench in that. So it just means I'm going to have to do twice as much for GBM. But this works well because I was actually planning on doing something starting next month for GBM that requires me to stream twice a week for it anyways. So if anything, I can look at it as kind of a pilot program, effectively. I was about to say, you just summon a boy just so you can summon his boy? Boy? Gundam is the robot anime. Yeah, Gundam is mecha. Good stuff. Some of them are in space, some of them aren't. Depends on the series. But generally, giant machines do things, including explode. the Alemia Talisman. Nice. I'll go through that door in the back after I check the rest of this stuff out. Ooh, that's neat. I didn't realize the path went like that. You can just start same time as usual GBM update. Yeah, well, that's what I mean, right? It's gonna be a pilot. I'm pretty much gonna see how it all works. But yeah, consider that a nice little teaser for you, Mana. Starting next week on the normal update time, I'm slightly changing how I approach GBM streams per week, just to see how it goes for a month. And I'll announce why when we hit that patch day. You can't see it, but I'm wiggling my eyebrows a little bit. Pain for the new suits review. Well, I'm not going to do the Miss Sazabi today. I'm probably going to roll that into my content stream for next patch. And I would say that, oh wow, she just spicy tamales. They both just died. Oh, that's why it's a Drake Lord. It's not just a Drake. It's a Drake Lord. GBM matching your schedule, one amazing one. No, it's just the only way it'll really work. Like, I could, you know, change around my normal stream content stuff. Oh boy, that's gonna hurt. Absorbing balloon, go! Save me! Eh. Okay. I could change things around so that my Thursday stream is a mobile stream, and then my Friday, Saturday are like a normal game stream. And I think that would work, because that way I can do GBM and then switch into other games. But again, like I said, I'm going to spend the next few days trying to figure out what to do best with it, and then spend some time piloting it, see how it works. Which of these? Okay, so, oh, medium heal for the whole party. Don't need it for the whole party though, just need the D. Okay, cool. Do you stream TOL? So there's not a lot to stream with TOL, all things considered. But when it comes to gacha stuff, yeah. Like, for example, so I can't really say much because I don't want to spoil things. But the coming week banner I'm going to be rolling on, and I believe it's the week after that as well. Let me double check here real quick, because I know we have a schedule. Yes, so this coming week's banner I'm rolling, and then the week after I'm rolling as well. And I really hope I get the new Mystic art from both of them. Oh, they're good stuff. In August Fest? No, I actually barely played Luminaria in the raid or PvP. I hop on every now and again to casually do some of the story chapters, and that's pretty much it. I play the game as it was intended, very casually. Yeah, I'm on the Japan server for that. I wonder why you picked YouTube for streaming and not Twitch. So there's actually a couple of reasons for that. So number one, I'm much more comfortable streaming on YouTube than I am Twitch. And just because of all the underlying systems involved. I could stream on Twitch, absolutely. But I've just been streaming on YouTube for so long now, it's kind of like everything's hooked up in here, and I'm just comfortable using it. It wouldn't take me too long to configure stuff for Twitch, but, you know, it's just kind of... I already have this really nice infrastructure set up, and it's not like I really care. Like, again, I'm doing this as a hobby, right? So it's not like I'm really gonna, you know, die or anything if I don't stream on Twitch. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just more comfortable on YouTube, And also, like, I guess ad revenue wise, because I upload most of my stuff on YouTube anyways, like, I used to, I should say, my Sunday weekly videos that talked about the new stuff that was being added to GBM, it made sense to also stream on YouTube to just kind of go for, like, ad revenue and stuff. But as I've stopped doing those Sunday videos and a lot of the normal GBM content as it became obsolete to do them, yeah, that obviously changed. But I never quite switched off of YouTube. So it's just kind of, it's pretty much a legacy at this point. So comfort and legacy. Okay, and GBM is done. Cool. All right, what are we looking at here? I guess let's top everyone off. And then, yeah, I guess we'll throw pretty ball. Oh, okay, cool. Okay. Leaving this map later is going to be cancer. Now, is that a Drake Lord? I'm going to assume it is. Oh, just a Drake. Cool. Actually, I'm curious. This is a very small map. No, I was hoping there was a secret path or something. But there is not. Should actually check to see if I got the ASL circuit or not. No. It's somewhere. Didn't even get to throw the lightning bolt. Big sad. Hey, Ricky. Yeah, man. Just doing, I guess, the tail end now of tonight's stream. Just kind of finishing up some grinding, working towards getting the last little bit of this done. Is there a cutscene with her now? There is. Oh yeah, that's pretty bad. That explains why the Wings of Horus is in a crescent moon shape. The other half went bye-bye. Nice. Accidentally the right thing to do. Huawei. I was contemplating a Huawei phone because they have good performance to price value, but I decided to go with the ROG instead. Now, well, I guess let's go to the plasma, but oh, first let's check objective. Let's make sure that is the objective. Yeah, yeah. Down, 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 down. I've been here before. Let's try that downward staircase in the back. Definitely the right way. Yeah, the soundtrack for Arch and Ellico is actually really good. Once you get into the actual, like, vocal songs of the game, it's really nice. But those are mostly reserved for really important cutscenes and specific boss fights. But, yeah, the OST for this game is really good. Oh, Dragon Fillet, nice. Wait, I fought 3 robots. How was there a Dragon Fillet? Robots are dragons now? Almost kicked out from Lost Terror for watching the stream. Yeah, don't get AFK kicked on my account, bud. Got the new Xiaomi 11 Pros Android screen. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, like a lot of the China brands I'm like just wary about, but you're getting a decent product most of the time as long as you don't get scammed. And I know, big words of wisdom. It's good if it's not a scam, but it's true. Ah, there's my ASL circuits. So I need my Estremo powered screw. Alright, let's make some of that good cocaine. So I'll let you have the for now. And Push, you're switching out. Real strong. Yeah, it's easy. Breath Meld. Oh, that's so silly. Alright, we got Gun 4 and Super Weapon. Alright, so I don't have either of those, but apparently I can make these things. Should probably put some decent crystals in here, considering. I don't really have a lot of dupes of 4. So with that in mind, then, I guess I'll use one of my multiple 3s. Yeah, I've never heard of that company before. So that's interesting. Ants Firebox, Bolt the Paralyzing Machine. Man, that went all the way down the chart. Holy crap. Is it ever song? Nice. Mystic's Tear. Maybe I'll think about it one day. Alright, Gun 4, what do I need? A Rectifier and a Synapse. I got neither. So that's not happening. Alright, time to re-equip everyone. First of all, Kanade is being changed to... Oh, yeah, stats. Jack, you're getting the bad ass. And I need to slap on another virus code to you. Yeah. Okay. Shear getting Sharp Gill, and this was a real strong, if I remember correctly. Yes. Okay. There, everyone's back in effective working order. Okay. I pay twice the price for some other number. Yeah, like, that's the one advantage to buying smaller brands. Like, the last time I bought a not a OnePlus. When I bought the original Google Nexus, this was before the Google line of phones were, like, really good. I was able to get it super cheap. And then when I upgraded to the next version of the Nexus, it was a little more pricey, and the specs were more or less the same. And then I upgraded to after that, that's when I upgraded to the OnePlus. That was such a good upgrade, and it was so cheap. It was great. But now OnePlus is expensive. Big pain. So, here's another one of Art Tanelko's disjointed storyline moments. So, we see Mir. We hear about how Mir wants to exterminate all the humans, and that's her entire shtick. We then flee and find a way to defeat Mir once and for all, and Testelia goes, I'm not going to let you murder her dead until you learn more about her, and sends us on our way. So far, we've seen The one lab scene where we learned that Mir was experimented on. That's it. That's the only thing we know about Mir, is that she was experimented on at one point. I've been to so many places and heard so many stories. You've heard one thing from an evil laboratory. Bruh. Gotta put in filler somewhere. Yeah, but it's just like, the only issue I really have with Ars Tonelico is the story is not very cohesive. The individual parts of the story are nice, but the actual, like, connection for all of it is just... Oh, boy. This is like some light novel shit. Not even light, web novel shit. This is like that original draft of Overlord before they decided to add Albedo to it. I think you're supposed to talk to townspeople and something. See, but that's the thing, is most of the townspeople have the same script. There's like some events that you can trigger in between the getting kicked out to find more about Mir and here, but not enough to warrant that line of dialogue. There may have been more at one point for this quest, and they just didn't put it back in. Or maybe the translation was bad. We know that the translation for Metafalica was actually fucking, like, just bad. So I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of mucked some stuff on this, too. Okay, hold on. That Discord bot still isn't running. What the hell is going on here? That's actually infuriating. Or is it running? Am I just blind? Oh, she is. Ping work? Okay, no, ping does work. I'm just blind. Don't mind me. Good job, me. Even with glasses, I can't see. Well, the bot definitely took a break for today's news drop, but our ISP provider had a tech stop by to swap out our hardware, so... Alright, Plasma Bell. Oh yeah, giant robot will do it. Could have seen that coming from a mile away. Alright, sing it a song. We'll cast Tower Connection. If your problem can't be solved with a gun, just use a bigger one. Could you not use it on Liner? That'd be pretty great. I should. Yes, I do have some replica horns. 2. I should have a good heal. All I got's this. Juice. Juice. Good, someone that doesn't instantly die. Wow. Damage truly did go burr. Probably gonna have to fire off Tower Connection and change over to a heal. This isn't gonna be the full charge, it's gonna be a partial charge. But I can't afford it, my team is not... Uh-oh. Okay, so this is going to be a quick change to Senna. What'd you do, John? Dare I ask? Alright, let's re-rotate back. Oh yeah, we'll use this one to get a quick top off here. Oh, that is a crazy fucking heal. Holy shit. I think I need one more burst heal tick. Good thing Liner hits like a fucking truck. Time to hit harder. 15k damage? Okay there, Liner. Calm down. Jesus. His single attack did more than everything else. Oh my god. Oh yeah, how'd that new account go for you? All right. You don't need to take all the blows for me. I can take a hit. No, you cannot. Your defense is so low, the enemy sneezes at you, you lose 90% of your health bar. Alright, let's see what's through that door. Are we getting a back-to-back boss fight? Yeehaw. Mastered criticals. 100% crit rate red magic? Sign me the fuck up. All resist boost? That could be useful. And got the build project pilot you smacked. I didn't so much smack him as much as I said there's alternatives available that are as good as him that you don't need to do build project for. So it's not so much he's bad, don't get. It's you can get him, but if you're looking for meta, this ain't the way. Alright, what's through this door? Aha. I should probably get some XP while I'm running through here, frankly. Oh, I should definitely get some XP. These things are barely taking any hit damage. Alright. Not enough, eh? Dang. I accidentally went the right way. Back we go. So close to the chest. So close. Oh, I hope there's an ASL chip. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, let's see how much damage this does. If that doesn't do enough, I'm gonna have to escape. Oh, yeah. Okay. Definitely need to grind. I guess I will be popping a heal song at the beginning of the next fight. I hate things that have that elemental resist trait. It is such a pain in the ass to fight them. Ooh, lots of rescue cards in here. Oh, damn it, Liner. Oh, I am way out of my element here. So I'm just going to be escaping these fights, getting to the end. And I'm going to spend some time, I think, tomorrow morning grinding out some XP. Because, yikes. Getting shredded alive. No, nope. So rectify. Oh, good. I'm getting all those recipe cards I needed for those last few items. Well, mana, it's not just that. Like, even Jack is dying, and he has a much more balanced build, right? Like, the things here are just much higher level than I am, and that's kind of killing me right now. And I'm not too surprised. My good save is at like 86, 87 at the final boss, and I'm almost there. Like, if it was just Liner dying, yeah, you know, I just rebuild him for a little more depth. But with everybody dying, that's, yeah, it's a little more symptomatic of me being under-leveled. Potentially even under-geared, because I'm still rocking really old armor sets. Alright, Graph Meld. What are we looking at? Oh, so much stuff. Alright, so I need Bolta Polta, a water tank, which I don't have any access to, Fining Furnace, Kella. Okay. So I can make 50% of this. Alright, let's make this first. Craft up. Craft up. Nice. Symphonic Synapse. Okay. Pure Refining first. Camp Firebox. Polka yet again. I really wish this had a sorting thing, so I didn't have to go through my entire... Wait, is blind? No, I think blinding is only a 1. I didn't check the number properly before clicking OK, like the big smart that I am. Oh no, blinding is 3. Good. Okay. all the way up the tree to Mercury. What do I need for ultimate medicine? Ah, Fun Buns, of course. Because of course Fun Buns would go into the ultimate endgame item recipe. Why wouldn't they? That makes sense. Greater heal for everyone, eh? Okay. Now what about weapons? Can I get any more sharp, pointy things? So we have the 4th level gun, which needs a rectifier. Can't make it, okay. Fair. Alright, let's make a little poke. Screw. Harmonizer, and I need a resonant shield box. Dang. Yeah. That's pretty much all I can do here for now. Yeah. Definitely need to get better armor. Which means lots of grinding. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap up here for today. Yeah, I'm not even level 70. Yikes. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap up here. Made good progress. Got a couple of bosses under the belt. And now we're just going to the Plasma Bell for big interaction against Ayatame. And then we should be good to tackle Mir, I believe, after that. But I'll probably use, not the stream tomorrow, but the stream after that, where I would normally play this. And I'll use that to finish crafting some items, get some last Grath crystals out of the way, and then aim to get the last few items I need. I'd like to be able to beat Mir on my first try without having to do a restart, so I do want to kind of get properly gemmed out, so to speak. But, yeah, cross that bridge when I get there. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, everyone, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the mobile game stream. Yeah, see you there. Peace out.